So hi guys, welcome back by bit. Last time we spoke about nerves, we spoke about teeth, and this time we're going to speak about the tongue, the bars and the palate of the horse. So I'm going to explain something about the mouth of the horse. So the palate, the tongue and the bars are a real important part in there. It's all soft tissue. Some of them have a lot of muscle in it. Some of them are extremely sensitive, so we really want to take care of it. So let me take this one apart, and we will start with the palate. So the palate is in top of the mouth. So yeah, that's the top, so that's the palate. And it looks quite a little bit like this. You have all those stripes in it. It's a soft tissue, it's extremely sensitive like I said, and you really want to be sure your bit is not sticking into it or pressing down on it and really wounding that palate of that horse, because then you will get a horse who will really throw his head around and not liking it, so your ride won't be any good. So you really have to make sure this part of the horse doesn't get any contact with the bit whatsoever. So if we go farther, we see the tongue up here, and the tongue is actually a really big organ, like it goes back completely into the throat of the horse, and it's extremely strong, like there's a lot of muscle tissue in it, so that horse can move that tongue every way. He can flatten it out like this, he can really turn it round and really put some muscle in there. So he's also able to play with his bit with it, so he can shove that bit away, and so he can really push it up. So we have to make sure, if we have a horse who doesn't like a lot of tongue pressure, that we use the right mouthpiece, that it doesn't get that much of tongue pressure. So what the tongue also does is it's actually a cushion, so a little pillow for the bars what are exactly underneath. And a lot of people think, well, I have a really big horse, so I need a really big bit, and those bars actually don't change that much. We can see the bars over here, so I'm running my fingers over them on the top of the bars. It's quite narrow. And the tongue is laying on top of that to protect that for the bit or with eating. And you can actually feel, if you feel on the top of those horses' bars, a sharp edge, and you have that in your shin from your leg as well. You have a sharp edge, and then you have the flat bit, and the flat bit doesn't have so many feeling in it, not as much as the top of the bar. So you really have to figure out which part of the bars is my bit working. So is it working straight down on top of that sharp edge on the sensitive part, or is it more on the side, or is it even more on that side? So that depends a lot what kind of mouthpiece you have in there, if it's a single jointed, a double jointed, a straight bar, a waterford. So we will explain you all about that, how those mouthpieces lay on this tongue and how they work into the bars. So now we have spoken about the nerve endings, the teeth, the tongue, the bars, everything like that. We haven't spoken about the lips and the cheeks, but I can't show that on here because it's not on the skull. So come back to our next video, and we will be in the barn with a live horse, and we will show you everything about the soft tissues. So I would like you to come back to our bit by bit series, and we will show you some more. If you have any questions, just make sure you put them in the comments, and we will try to answer all your questions. And if you have videos, you can send them as well. We might as well make a video of those videos and see what we can do.